It's here, the Soweto Derby, the biggest game in South African football. Kaizer Chiefs versus Orlando Pirates. A lot of people are expecting Pirates to win this match, but what if I told you that this game might be decided by Ashley Du Preez? Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. And in today's video, I will be previewing the DStv Premiership match between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. And I will talk about later on in this video why I think this game might come down to Ashley Du Preez. Now, quick thing is that first thing that we need to note is that in derbies, form doesn't matter at times, because we know good teams don't need Chiefs and Pirates or any team really. They don't need extra motivation when they are playing against their biggest rivals, because you are playing Pirates. It's usually a sold out stadium. Fans are out there screaming, just passion all over. And if players are living in Soweto, they know what it means to them. They know what it means to everyone who's around. In this case, not a lot of players from Chiefs come from Soweto, but if you play for the Chiefs, if you play for the Pirates, you know what, if there's one game that you don't want to miss, it's the Soweto Derby. And speaking of people who will actually miss the Soweto Derby, Ukhune no Caleb, we had Uguti, we're still awaiting scans, we're still awaiting results and whatnot. And I don't think they will feature, because we saw what happened last time when they tried to force Uklalisa Caleb Elimel. It didn't give us anything. There wasn't much movement. So forcing him to a grounding, I don't think will be a smart thing to do. So it's just safe to say Caleb won't be available. It's also safe to say Kune won't be available, because even in press conference we saw good. I think it was Utoli and I don't know who else went to. I think it was Ukwinika who went to that press conference to talk about the game, because I think Ukune will still not be available, and it's such a shame Ukune won't be available, because we know, as much as yes, in that Remy he concedes some goals, but what he brings to the team more than Ukvimba and whatnot is what Peterson and Uvuma lack so much in communication, because being able to organize the defense, shouting at them, telling them to be organized, that is so important to the Chiefs. Yes, there's also the part Yogutu are missing out on Kone because of his distribution, but above all the things that Ukone has provided or supplied with Chiefs, it's not his distribution, but rather his leadership to the team. So I think that's a big miss. Ukone won't be available to us, because we really need him, and we've seen Uguti, our players at times, they just need motivation, and because you can see good in them against Zulu, they just didn't have it. They just didn't have much to offer. You could see with body language was like, Ash, we can't do this. And my problem right now, Kui Derby, we would need that passion to be like our last solution, our last resolve. Uguti, we might not play good football, but we might play Uguti, we are representing the biggest club in South Africa, which is Kaizer Chiefs. But right now, our players did not even show that motivation. Kune final of a cup on the line, we failed to score one goal. That's just disappointing, because then what is going to happen against the Pirates, who are flying and who are playing with passion, who just went and ripped the Sundowns apart and caused structural changes in the team? What do you think they will do to you? But I don't want to be negative. I want to look at the positive things that might happen tomorrow. First of all, I think Uzwane, there's only been one game where I've seen him go sort of being like defensive this season, straight up defensive, just careful altogether, was when we were playing a Cape Town City. Uguti, he just played a back three, I'm a defender 3, and then we're a wing back. So basically, must defender, it becomes a back 5. But when we're going forward, it sort of became a 3-4-3. Do I see that happening? I think there will be too much of a change, and we know Uguti, last time that happened, we ripped apart, and I don't want to see that again, because I can't be beaten by a Pirate kabuhlungu. My winning Pirates against the Chiefs, they better win 1-0, 2-1. They can't do a 2-0, a 3-0. Even a 2-0 is better because it's one goal. Maybe we attack, we're promising, and then they score the goal, they kill the match. But a 3-0, 4-0, guys, come on. We can't have that. So I hope Uguti, what I'm going to say is something that Umangete is thinking about. So Veleg, if we're talking about what's going to happen tomorrow, we know Uguti since Ntekune won't be available. I think Brendan, we've established Uguti is the second choice goalkeeper after Ukune. So Vele Chiefs, by design of style Skazwane, you see what they want to play a high press and press the team with the ball ukuthi bangadlali bola from the back and dominate them. However, given the fact that we don't press as a team, I don't think that would be a smart thing to do tomorrow. We saw one person who's known for high press, like heavy metal football, is Jurgen Klopp, and he plays that football. But ubonile ukuthi he was in Liverpool, has been off form this season, and when he played against Man City, did not press them high as he usually presses any team that he plays against, but he played them slightly deeper so that there are no spaces behind the defense edge, especially playing against Haaland. Now, Pirates don't have Haaland. They do have Usaleng, who is very quick, and if you give him space, he will hurt you. And the person azobe magene naye ku left back, because I think Uhlande will still play left back, is not the quickest out there. He's not like the slowest, but he's also not the quickest. So to kind of counteract that pace Pirates, ngoba kuno Hoto on the other side as well, you don't want to leave spaces behind. So I think Chiefs will just tweak that a bit and drop off to allow Pirates to come to us, and you will see how Du Preez comes into this. So as they come into us, obviously they don't have space to play the ball behind us, and we need to just stay compact and make sure we move across to minimize the spaces that they may try to exploit in our defense. If it does happen, we overlap and we go forward, and then Pirates tries to catch us count, that's when then you need a player like Usolomons. I think we right back Usolomons will play for a few reasons. One, Frosler hasn't performed. He hasn't really done what we thought he was going to come in and bring. Two, Usolomons is just quicker than Frosler in general. And we've seen as much as Gosinska to Solomons runs effortlessly going forward. But what I think he will bring in this game is Uguti, if he goes forward, he can also recover because on a pace. So I think it would favor him in that form, Uguti. If we're sitting deep, we're sitting deep. But if we're going forward, he also gives us a pace, Uguti, if we're getting them on a counter, because I foresee Pirates dominating the game tomorrow. So then that means when we're going forward, we'll need to be lightning quick, and you need players like Solomons, because yes, as soon you might need someone who's gonna calm the game down in case the Pirates are too aggressive. But when we're going forward, go to a counter, then you need to hit them as fast as you can before they reorganize and get everyone back to basically defend the ball. So I see Solomon's playing in right back. Now, I don't think Uzwane will mess with the center back pairing. I think Ukwinika and Udove will be there. There's a balance, left-footed, right-footed. Although right-footed and right-footed is not like a train smash, but I think he will keep that balance, and also just a combination of pace plus the fact that, well, just experience Kakwenika at this point, and I don't think he will just bench him. And if I had someone else say anything about Uplomu Nguti, why would you justify ungadlalisa Uplomu kusasa? I don't know why, because you have players like Abon Londlo who will be trying to boss midfield, and you need someone who's going to do everything possible to disturb that. And Unjabulo Uplomu is that person, and he's been doing it in previous games, and I don't think really there is any argument for anyone else to start with him or to start over him or ahead of him. What I could see happening though, because there might be this slight tweak of our tactics, so good, we might sit a bit deeper. I foresee if 4-2-3-1, and in that way that means Uplom will not play alone as a 6, but there will be someone else who could play alongside him to make sure ukuthi defensively we are sound. But the person who can play alongside Uplom will have more freedom to go forward, and that could be that could be much. I know he does not give us, he's not been giving us a lot defensively. He's just even going forward. But what I've seen about Uzwan is that there's something he sees Gumat, he believes Gumat so much, and because of that, I think we could see Uplome ngadlali as a single pivot, but ngaba a double pivot, then badlali beba two. And then nigga 10, that's why it gets interesting. That's why I think it will get interesting, because Uzwan has a decision to make. If you play Upiliat as the number 9, then that means Vele, your front line is sorted. You have Du Preez on the right, and you have Usekhota on the left. However, if it decides to bench Ukama tomorrow, then that means we have a imbobe sele swing, which someone has to take his space Katoli, because if Upiliat is benched, that means Utoli will be playing as a right winger, and in that case that means Usekhota will play as a left winger, and then Du Preez could play through the middle. And then in number 10, that's where we could see maybe Ustebe coming back, either him playing alongside Uduplom or Umat playing in front of Ustebe. No ban. In front of Ustebe, no Plum. But ilapho engicabanga ukuthi igame izoba interesting khona, because the reason why I'm saying uPiliat mabem bench, it's because of this. Let's say we bench Upiliat and then you leave Ashley as a number 9 and then udlala someone else as a 10. Ugutubani, I don't know. If you do that, then you're allowing us when we get the ball and then we play quick count, then Du Preez will get what he was usually used to with Stellenbosch, because I've said this countless times. With Stellenbosch sits deep, which is what I think Chiefs will be doing tomorrow, and then exploit space show my teams behind the defense, because our teams usually attack against Stellenbosch. And that's where you could see Du Preez shining, because he could run in behind and then score. That's not to say Du Preez can't do that off the wing, because you could still have Utoli playing as a number 8 or as a number 10 in front of Matt Noplom, or just playing as a number 8 Beno Matt Buwabutu bedlala as ama 8 Beno Matt, and then still have Ukama playing as a false 9, have Usekhota kwa left or kwa right, and have Ashley kwa left or kwa right. And that still means basically he could like a hack into touchline, and then when we get the ball, we play it over for him, and then he cuts in one-on-one with the keeper, scores a goal. That's why we'll need him to be clinical, because I do believe Uguti Pirates coming to this game as favorites, they will want to kill it as quick as possible, and by doing that they might actually leave spaces which then our pacey players, especially Du Preez, could and should exploit by scoring goals. That's what I think should happen if we want to win. So my ideal starting lineup would be Brendan Peterson, Solomons, Fine, Kwenika, Omshinchi, Dove, Hlanti, Blom, Matt, Dolly, and then Pambili ke Utoli ngamdlalisa as Dolly, and then KG, then Ashley through the middle, and then Kama wide. The problem with playing Kama wide is that uzobe ekumele attrack Kama kusaleng, which is why I don't think Ukama will play wide. He will play through the middle, which is why then I think Ashley will play wide. So okay, that's why we have it. I think it's going to be like a similar team than before, with just a change ka Solomons for Uriv, and with Upiliat coming in for Caleb. So okay, that would be interesting, guys, because wow, it's jumped, and Amakos, I hope guys you don't give us stress. We've had enough of that. What do you think of the game tomorrow? Let me know down on the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you after the game, hopefully Sobesunil, and until next time, remember, equals Alpedo Moya.